a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Right kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, Deflected, no! Rebound! Score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
A pleasant good afternoon and welcome inside Thayer Arena in Warwick, Rhode Island. Another edition of RIIL Boys Ice Hockey. A little bit of an afternoon session, a 4:15 face-off as the Bishop Hendricken Hawks take on the Burrillville Broncos late season as we come towards the playoff race. Matt Jolis in the broadcast booth with you this afternoon. Thanks so much for tuning in. Burrillville, a team that was up at the beginning of the season, had a little bit of a down in the middle of the season as they lost some players due to injury, got those players back and have been absolutely melting the ice through the past couple of weeks, they had burned their way back up the standings, and here they are in a tight battle against the number one team, the Bishop Hendricken Hawks. We'll get these starting lineups and national anthems, so we'll pause and pass it over to the PA announcer.
Game On mouthguards. Game On mouthguards have superior shock absorbency, are impervious to viruses and bacteria, and also is the only mouthpiece ever to earn the American Dental Association's seal of acceptance.
As we are set and ready for first period action, Hendricken in the traditional home whites with the green and gold trim, Burrillville in the all blues with the white trim, and Hendricken will go left to right on your broadcast screen to start this game. Burrillville right to left. Michael Fiat in net for the Broncos. Colin Murray for the Hawks. And we're underway on this beautiful afternoon in the Ocean State. Thanks so much for tuning in. Today's first period is brought to you by Joseph Lammy, attorney at law, 696 Reservoir Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Visit josephlammy.com for more information, and by RR Elite Recruits with access to 3,000 schools and 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA states NCAA sports, where athletes looking to play at the next level will be seen by being a part of RREliteRecruits.com as it skates down the ice past the 24 of Sean Farrell for icing. We'll get a face-off down in the corner to the left side of Murray. Deflected off of the sideboards, looking for Cam Force. Kicks back defensively, and Andrew Smith tries to exit the zone for the Hawks. Bounced off of a couple of Broncos players. Came back for Owen Carter. Carter will dump that one down behind the Burrillville net, and it'll be jockeyed for by multiple players. Around the sideboard for Smith to be able to keep that one at the blue line. Will be controlled by Fiat behind the net. Outlet pass back into the neutral zone. Taken over instead by Chris Hughes. Hughes tried to dump that in, but it's picked up by Fournette. Ryan Fournette will push that one down, and a dump and chase as the Broncos will go for a line change. 23 in green and gold is Brink Tillinghast as he pushes that one across. Battles into the neutral zone once again. Sean Farrell for Patrick Poison. Poison loops around for Ethan Murphy. Murphy tried to push that one past the 24 of Aiden Pinacchini, and instead it is sent back down into the backside boards again. 13-13 left to go here in the first period. No real shots on net yet, and no score, obviously, as this one's picked up by Ian Pereira. And there is an opportunity that got into some bodies in front of Fiat. Pinacchini off of the backside boards. It was flicked back into the center slot. No one there. Burrillville's able to dump it down and get a line change. For the 23 of Jack Farrell as he was winding, and that one may have gone underneath his stick. Pinacchini chases this one back as Farrell coming to try to get him. Streaked away, shot, and a save made by Fiat on the attempt from Kavanaugh. Kept in by Smith. Griffin Crane trying to go for it in the corner. Crane will get dispossessed of the puck. Comes all the way back for the 21 of Carter, back in the blue line. Crane goes back down and again as he battles there with Poison. Circled across. One more time for Andrew Smith in the corner as he tries to send that one back for Crane. Crane will deflect it off of the sideboard. Kavanaugh. As they continue to cycle it around and nowhere to go, this one's going to be cleared out of the zone finally. Cam Force will dump this all the way down. A deflection occurred on the way down, so no icing. And we continue on play. Turning in front for Ethan Murphy, couldn't get a full piece to it. And so it bounces off his stick and runs into the corner. Luka Basha. Basha dispossessed Stevie Rodriguez, and Rodriguez dispossessed by Kavanaugh as he dumps it down. Cam Force behind his own net. Flicked that one all the way out looking for Rodriguez. And kicked back by the Hendricken defense again. Fiat was able to shepherd that one for Farrell. That's Sean Farrell behind the net. Gets past him, comes right back out in front, and the opportunity that bounced around off of a couple of different sticks finally kicked to the side by Fiat. As Basha was right in front, so too was the 26 of Nardelli. Prod will dump that one all the way down. Will be chased by Poison, and we'll get a whistle and a stoppage of play. 10-14 left to go. The lone game of the day in Division I in high school boys ice hockey, and a early face-off as well, too. Sort of a twilight matinee style. It's like those 4:05 baseball game starts. As this one will go up into the netting, and we'll get a stoppage of play. Bit of college hockey coming up this weekend on Fans Only Sports Network. Thursday night, 7:45 from St. George's Arena. Salve Regina Seahawks back in action against University of New England. And then on Friday night, University of Rhode Island Rams close off their home season against Syracuse. Ethan Murphy rubbed out of the play. Griffin Crane will pick that one up. Sent forward for Nick Regine. Regine wiped out on the play. No call for the referees as Regine slides all the way into the corner boards as well. Hard shot off the backside boards, flicked up into the netting off of the stick of Poison, and we'll get a stoppage of play. Cam Force. That one glanced into the nets. We'll go back down into the Burrillville defensive zone and do it again. Owen Carter. Trying to grab that one at the blue line, could not hold on to it. And they will whistle this one for icing. Andrew Smith flipping the puck to the referees, maybe wanted to have a little chat too. He was half a skate length away from that puck. Farrell collides with Jack LaRose. Fiad. Off the sideboards, can be picked up by Stone. Ryan Stone rubbed off the play, and they kick this one back into the neutral zone. For Sean Farrell as he comes across for Poison. Poison sends that one down, and it will be whistled for an icing. We'll have the short intermission at the conclusion of this period, and then the longer resurfacing intermission to come in between the second and third. Still plenty left to go as 8 and change. Still here with the first shot. Score! It's going to come off the stick of Kavanaugh, and the Hawks are on the board. Took all of about 4 seconds from the faceoff for that play to develop, and Kavanaugh ends up getting it off the edge of his stick and past the side of Fiad. Hawks lead 1-0, and here they go again as it's peeled out from the corner and moved along by Basha. This one will carry him all the way down, and icing will be called. Face off one into the corner by the Broncos. They're still whacking at it are the Hawks. And Ferreira is going to come up with it. Regine and Pennicchini are going to get the assists on Kavanaugh's goal. Here's Rodriguez, fired, snagged by Murray. Back of the blue line. That one dangerously close to being called offsides. Does not. As it gets held out by Force, and then he flicks it back down inside of the Hendricken zone. Deflection play came flying off the edge of the stick of the 6 of Patrick Murphy in front. Whistle. And a stoppage of play. And we're going to get a face-off outside of the blue line area. For the 9 of Kavanaugh. Circled back. Pennicchini behind his own net. Will be flung out for Crane. Crane and Kavanaugh overlapping with each other as Pennicchini came in to assist. Hard shot from Pennicchini went just wide. Blake Grislis to the corner as Grislis will cycle this one back around. Rodriguez got in front of Kavanaugh, took that one away for Zane. Kavanaugh came right back with it. And it's kicked away by Fiat. And almost an opportunity on the opposite side of it for Griffin Crane. Murray behind his own net. Fournette. Pennicchini off the sideboards for Grislis. Grislis will send that one forward for Basha. Basha will craftily send it across for Nardelli. Nardelli got wrapped around in 3 blue jerseys. Sent one that Fiat had to kick away. 5.5 left to go here in the first. Just the 1 goal from William Kavanaugh. Standing as the lone scorer on the board right now. Nardelli had that one scooped past him. As Mason Crane cycled around for a moment. And a collision at center ice between Nardelli and Evan Polacek. And they're going to call Nardelli for interference. So Nardelli gets put in the box. 2 minutes for illegal contact to the head. And it'll put Burrillville on the power play for the first time this evening. 4 and change left to go here in the first. Rodriguez. Murphy. Hard shot from Farrell. Went up over top, hit the backside glass. Fournette looking for Rodriguez. Rodriguez has no slot to shoot. We'll send that one across for Farrell. Back once again for Force. Broken stick from Luca Basha as he'll come off the ice. Kavanaugh will poke that one down the sideboards, and it will be chased force shoves Kavanaugh into the backside boards. Kavanaugh still continues to work with it. Kavanaugh rebound score! Dose for Will Kavanaugh. It's a shorty. And the Hawks lead 2-0. Still 59 seconds left remaining in the advantage. Off the backside boards, Burrillville will try to start this one out. LaPrade. Off of the corner for Farrell. Farrell sends one. Murray will make the save. Still 37 seconds remaining in the advantage. Rodriguez. Off of the backside boards, the opposite direction. That one scooted right past an open goalmouth from Jack Farrell. Rodriguez again. Murray makes the save, picked up by Griffin Crane and sent all the way down. Cam Force will pick up the puck. 3, 2, and 1 will expire the penalty. We're back to five-a-side hockey. Patrick Murphy. Murphy off of the backside boards as he tried to horseshoe that one around looking for Ryan Burnett. Popped right back out in front. Farrell got sandwiched in between two Hendricken players. And a whistle and a stoppage of play as Andrew Smith got away with one there. A little bit of pushing and shoving. And Farrell wants to have a discussion with the referees about having it not be called, as Piad will stop that draw play. They're going to throw Marshall out of the faceoff circle, and a draw play again goes right to Piad. Off the sideboards. Blake Grislis kept that one in at the blue line. Sean Farrell around the back side, and it's going to sneak out for Pennicchini. Grislis. Pennicchini. For the 27 of Giacomo Caleri, and that one will have Fiat stretching the wickets to make the save. How about that for a goal? We didn't even see it. Owen Carter on the draw play rifles one that had everybody stoned, and it's 3-0 Hawks. That is one of the most bizarre goals you will see this season. Every single player on the ice was just standing around looking for the puck, including the Hawks players. Carter didn't even realize he scored. Giacomo Caleri will get the assist on Owen Carter's goal. It's 3-0. Kavanaugh. Now for Ethan Murphy for the Broncos as he got that one from Poison. Poison. Back for Murphy again. Kavanaugh, that one came back out in front, shot score. Rodriguez and Murphy have been playing pass back, and they finally got Murray to duck. And the Broncos are on the board. Nardelli dispossessed by force as it comes to the opposite side. They were looking for Ryan Stone. He couldn't be released further. Murphy the goal, Rodriguez the assist as Piat will pin that one to the ice. And we get a stoppage of play. .4 left to play here in the first. Scoots past Penacchini. Chased by Grislis. Off the sideboards for Nick Regine. Regine sent that one across for Crane. Murphy got in the way of that. Rodriguez trying to whack it off of the stick of Crane as he sends that one back across. Looking once again for Regine. Regine coming across for Kavanaugh in the slot. And Kavanaugh couldn't get a full piece. 9 left to go here in the first as Kavanaugh. Sorry, excuse me, that's actually Griffin Crane. Goes for a tumble and the horn will sound. We come to the end of one. 3-1 after one. As they take the quick break, we'll take it as well. You're watching Rhode Island High School Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network.
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
in, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right.
3-1 Hawks. After one. 2 in that first period from Will Kavanaugh. 1 from Owen Carter. Ethan Murphy on the other side for the Burrillville Broncos. And we're underway here in the second period. Tonight's game brought to you by Joseph Lammy, attorney at law, 696 Roosevelt Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Visit josephlammy.com for more information. And by RR Elite Recruits with access to 3,000 schools and 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. For athletes looking to play at the next level, be seen by being a part of rreliterecruits.com. A quick face-off that was sent straight down for an icing, and so we get a face-off again, this time to the left side of Murray. Hard shot from Farrell. That one hit traffic. Comes back to the blue line once again for Cam Force. Force fires one, and Murray, in the midst of all sorts of screen, is able to scoop that one. You see the 10 of Ryan Fournette waiting, and it will be 22 of Nate Marshall for the Hawks. And Marshall wins the faceoff, came back, however, for Force. Force sent one and kicked aside by Murray. Back again to that same corner. Jack Farrell tries to go this time. Murray kicks it aside. Wraparound play as they look for Chris Hughes. Hughes is able to get this one past the blue line and slots it out. Defensive play from the Broncos, though, to try to keep that one back into the offensive zone for them. Flicked over top of the stick of Marshall. It's chased all the way down by Farrell. Farrell wrapped that one around for Murphy, and Murphy carries this one out for Fournette. Kicked all the way back, and it's taken by Cam Force. Force switches sides, open space for Fournette, off to the races, and that one goes wide as he tried to backhand it. Returned around the opposite side and flicked on Murray, and he has the save. The net comes off of its moorings. And we'll get a stoppage of play. The save they're going to say the net came off of its moorings after they had already whistled the play dead. A 3-man system in high school hockey, 2 referees, 1 linesman. Different to the 4-man system that you see in college and the NHL. Parade. Poison. Bumped into the corner. Force battles it with Crane. Rodriguez offside. He did not check back on the opposite side of the ice and see where his teammates were. College hockey coming up on Pennzoil Sports Network later this week. Thursday, 7:45 p.m. Salve Regina Seahawks, UNE Nor'easters. And then Friday and Saturday, University of Rhode Island Rams taking on the Syracuse Orange. Final home stand of the regular season for the Rams, as that will go all the way for icing. Final home game of the regular season as well for Salve Regina on Thursday night, as they look to try to cement themselves into one of the hosting spots for the Commonwealth Coast Conference playoffs. They need to be in either the 3 or 4 position to be able to host a quarterfinal game, and should they end up in that spot, that game would be right here on Fans Only Sports Network. Next Wednesday night. Caleri. Carter flicked that one a little bit too far as it was over the outstretched reach of Pereira. Hard shot and a save by Fiat as it came from the sideboards, and streaking down said sideboards was Jack LaRose. LaRose had a highlight reel play earlier in this season, and he ended up involved in a play that saw him touch the puck about 6 or 7 times in the span of about a minute and a half, and then resulted in a goal. And the highlight reel ended up on the RI Hockey and Fans Only Sports Network Instagrams to the caption, "How many times can you say Jack LaRose in a minute?" For Crane. Lifts one, and that one got the edge of Fiat's pads. 11:20 left to go here in the second. Still a 2-goal lead for the Hawks at 3-1. Underneath Patrick Murphy, and then back for Murphy again came the passing attempt from Cam Force up high. All Murphy could do is whack it down. This one's going to go all the way down. Fiat's going to catch it and then drop it quickly, as clearing the zone was Penacchini. Basha popped by Murphy back into the neutral zone. That one scooted in on Fiat from Carter. Poison for Jack Farrell. Will be picked up defensively. And Andrew Smith will try to work this one with his teammates out of the zone. They get it forward for Tillinghast. Tillinghast down in the corner. Tillinghast pulls back. Tillinghast taken down. No call from the referees. Sean Farrell. Farrell. Line changes ensue for both sides. Stone looking for some help from Polachek, can't get it, and it kicks back into the defensive zone. Now offensively for the Hawks, Griffin Crane. Crane turns that one for Kavanaugh, and a save made by Fiat. Kavanaugh's got 2 on the night already, looking for that Hattie. Still plenty of time left to do it. He's got over half a game still to play. The parade will trickle all the way down along the backside boards. Penacchini. And this will bounce its way all the way down. We'll get a whistle and an icing and a stoppage of play. Plenty of hockey to come up this Friday and Saturday on the high school side. As always, you can check us out on Instagram at FOSPORTZ. And for all things behind the scenes hockey related, Check us out on Instagram at ri.hockey. As streaking all the way down the ice to try to beat that one out was the 14 of Jack LaRose. LaRose stuck in the middle as it pops back up at the blue line. He'll flick that one onto the backside boards. Picked up by Aiden Pereira. Back up top once again for Smith. Smith fires, hits the glass. Came back at a front shot, score! Aiden Pereira finds pay dirt for the Hawks. It's 4-0. 4-1, my apologies. Seems like it's 4-0. It's been dominantly Hawks for the first half of the game. 3 in the first. They now add 1 to it here in the second. 8.5. A minute short of halfway through this game. As that one hits traffic in front of Murray. From outside the blue line by Nyes, it would be a delayed offsides. Negated as Hendricken will pick that one up and exit the zone. Turnover and an offside called as Crane was tracking in. LaRose and Smith are going to get the assists on Pereira's goal. So 2 from Will Kavanaugh, 1 from Carter, 1 from Aiden Pereira. The 4 on the board for the Hawks. Ethan Murphy had the sneak goal in the first to put one on the board for the Broncos, and we set 4-1 as we approach the halfway mark in this second period, and we hit that with halfway gone by here in the second and halfway gone by in the game. Off of the blocker pad of Fiat on the hard attempt from Carter. Today's game on Fans Only Sports Network brought to you by Joseph Lammy, attorney at law, 696 Reservoir Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Visit josephlammy.com for more information, and by RR Elite Recruits with access to 3,000 schools and 80,000 coaches across 30 NCAA sports. For athletes looking to play at the next level, be seen by being a part of rreliterecruits.com. Seven separating us from intermission. We'll have the longer intermission at the end of this period as they'll resurface the ice before we play the third. That one will be gloved by Fiat, and he'll dump it down. That does not go much of anywhere. Fournette will try to move that one out of the zone. Finally does with Patrick Murphy. Murphy got that one forward for Jack Farrell. Pushed back in and trying to split between 2 defenders was Nate Marshall. Back again for... Oh, is that? Where is it? I'm going to say no. Right on the line, Owen Carter. Draw play back. Ferreira and Smith going toe-to-toe defensively. They send this one around for Caleri. Caleri got that one out for LaRose. LaRose went to fire, and the puck went the other way. Caleri right on top is Pereira, and pushing and shoving after the play as the whistle sounds. From the blue line went Gristless. Five and change left to go. Hendricken continuing to cycle through the zone. LaRose sends this one down into the corner. Caleri dispossessed by Rodriguez. Stevie Rodriguez will go ahead and take this one himself. Rodriguez continues and then just fires one that goes up into the body of Gristless. And Hendricken will push it back out into the neutral zone. The amount of snow on the ice causing a lack of friction as the puck dying a little bit when it's passed. Kavanaugh from the blue line. Kavanaugh tried to backhand. It's stick flipped by LaPrade and out of the zone. Down in the corner for Poison. Poison off the side boards. It bounces up over top of the stick of Owen Carter. Came back for Smith. Smith will rifle that one all the way in. Crane chases it to the corner, and it glanced off of Kavanaugh's boot and went just wide. Owen Carter kept in the zone for a moment by Farrell. Was looking to try to get across for Murphy. Kavanaugh winds, fires, stick loose from a Burrillville player, and the puck danced up over top of the net. Marshall, and a whistle, a stoppage of play. And we'll get a face-off outside of the zone or offside, or the net off of its moorings. Puck came all the way back to the blue line. Was still inside the zone. Sean Farrell. Chris Hughes. Rifled by Penacchini. Hendricken going with the draw play again on faceoffs as that one went right to Fiat. Draw play again. Fiat kicks this one away. Penacchini back at center for Tillinghast. Tillinghast will have that one bounce over top of a stick. Little bit of a deception play as he dropped it for Hughes. Back corner and out to the blue line as that one was deflected between the six of Murphy. Caleri. LaRose dancing over top of the stick of Pereira. Back once again for Smith. In front, LaRose shot and a huge save by Fiat. Dancing across the blue line. Murphy tried to push it further, could not get it past the 15 of Gristlis. Now Murphy's going to go again. This time slots across for Rodriguez. LaPrade. This one's going to come down and back in the corner once again. Here goes Rodriguez. Sorry, here's Murphy. Rodriguez was standing right there looking for the flick. We'll get an icing out of this one and a stoppage of play, a slow roll of that puck. And a penalty called on Ethan Murphy for cross-checking. We'll put Murphy in the box, and Hendricken's going to go on the power play for the second time today. Potentially a costly penalty with just 2 and change left to go here in the period. Regine. Penacchini. Penacchini. And Fiat makes the save. Sideboards Caleri. Sends that one across looking for Smith. Smith dumped into the corner. Came back out to him at the blue line as it was trying to get cleared out by Farrell. 1:14 left remaining in the advantage. There's about a 15-second differential between the penalty clock and the game clock. Behind the net for the Hawks. They slot that one back out in front. A bouncer that came off of the stick of Marshall. Smith. Marshall. That one will be sent out of the zone by Farrell and all the way back down. Neutral zone play and a hard shot. Fiat saves on the attempt from Marshall. "30 seconds left to go in the advantage." Up into the netting and another stoppage of play. Crane. Penacchini. Out of the blue line, and Crane has to cycle it back. Kavanaugh. Wines, fires, Piad makes the save. 4 seconds left in the advantage. Penalty expired, 5-a-side hockey for the final 14 of this second period. Smith winds, fires, looking for a redirection there perhaps from a falling away Luka Basha. Back for Smith once again. He'll rifle that one. The horn will sound, and we're through 2. 4-1 Hawks after 2. We'll take the break as the Zamboni works its magic. We'll be back for the third period of action You're watching Rhode Island High School hockey on Fans Only Sports Network.
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, Throws it back in the end zone. Intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
First try kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot. Score! Cornell down the field. End zone. That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone. Intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
First try kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot. Score! Cornell down the field. End zone. That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone. Intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
First try kick. Goes in!
4-1 after 2, the final 15-minute stanza to be played. As the two teams talk things over in front of their respective benches. 2 from William Cavanaugh, 1 from Owen Carter, 1 from Aiden Pereira, the 4 on the board for the Hendricken Hawks. They have changed the goal for Burrillville and credited it to Stevie Rodriguez with the assist from Ethan Murphy. And we're set and ready to go. Final 15 underway here on Fans Only Sports Network. Today's game brought to you by Joseph Lammy, attorney at law, 696 Reservoir Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Visit josephlammy.com for more information. And by RR Elite Recruits with access to 3,000 schools, 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. For athletes looking to play at the next level, be seen by being a part of rreliterecruits.com. Face off in the circle to come to the right-hand side of Fiat. Regine. Crane. That one scoots past everyone. Back for Murray, and he kicks it aside. That's Patrick Murphy right on the doorstep. Andrew Smith. Out for Cavanaugh. Craftfully tracked through the zone and dumped all the way down. Fiat had to make a little bit of a glove save for that one as it came flying down from Owen Carter. Can't force off of the cage of Murray as he gives a little shake of the head and carries on. Ferreira taken out at the absolute last second, and he skates wide, so too does the puck. 13 and change left to go here in the third. Caleri drops that one along the side boards, and it's into the glove of Fiat on the attempt from LaRose. Wrapped all the way around. As it's carried out of the zone, Murphy tried to track that one across for Farrell. And the Hendricken defense all getting in the way of it. Farrell again, second attempt, no go as that one gets blocked away by Marshall. Marshall off the sideboards. Kept in at the blue line and sent once again. That's Sean Farrell this time. And it goes wide. Tillinghast. As this will kick all the way down icing. And a stoppage of play. College hockey coming up later this week on Pennzoil Sports Network. Thursday night, 7:45 p.m. as Salve Regina takes on UNE Nor'easters. And then Friday and Saturday, Rhode Island Rams in action. One final homestand as they take on the Syracuse Orange. Saturday at 7, Friday at 7, Saturday at 4 on Pennzoil Sports Network. Griffin Crane. That one rang off of the post from Regine and the net off of its moorings as well. A race for the playoffs coming to a head here the final 2 weeks of the regular season. Big upset in girls hockey last night as South County Storm knocked down BPB 3-2. And that launched South County into second place in Division I with just a few games left to play. Off of Regine, it slides for Fiat, and a little pushing and shoving after the play dislodges the net. We'll see the Storm one more time in the regular season next week as they take on Smithfield Coventry Moses. That's going to flick all the way up and into the Burrillville bench. Battled at the blue line as it deflects off of the sideboards and scoots past Mason Crane. A little mishandling allows for Stone to be able to push that one down on Murray. Fournette collided with the referee. Pasha pinned in the corner, and it comes all the way back out. Will be chased by Blake Grislis. Grislis off of the side of the boot of Ryan Fournette. Back in front, and it slid underneath Murphy. Hard shot off the backside boards from Farrell. LaRose, as he sends that one back across, cannot be controlled completely by Grislis. Has to backtrack to get it. Delayed off sides. It's flicked into the zone by force. And the Broncos will retreat for a line change instead. Caleri on the opposite side as Caleri is slammed hard into the boards. And now the physicality picking up as Rodriguez and Caleri clash. LaRose. Caleri, as he tried to horseshoe it around, nobody on the opposite side. Rodriguez picks that one up. Looking for Farrell. And a shot that was swatted away by Fayad. Ferreira Crane trying to get a poke check in on there. Ferreira pulls that one away, and it's sent around the back side of the net by Caleri. Force running into a couple of Hawks players, and that one goes up into the netting and out of play. They'll get a fresh piece of rubber from the scorer's box, and we'll play with 9 left to go. Farrell. They collided with Regine right at that door area. Kavanaugh dumps it down. Minor line change goes for the Hawks. 8.5 left to play. Kavanaugh. Crane fired one, and that one got blocked away by Fournette. Right in front of the net, Kavanaugh and Fayad got off that one. Losing an edge and going down was Penacchini. For Stone. And it dumps into the body of Regine. Crane collides with Murphy, and Rodriguez takes that one all the way down. Penacchini. Murphy chased him. Now Rodriguez chasing him as it comes back out for Force. And it's underneath the body. Oh, boy! It was underneath Ethan Murphy, and as they pulled up, and there's going to certainly be a discussion about that one. It was completely underneath Ethan Murphy. Murphy gets up, and then the puck is just there, and they poke it in. And that may have been in Ethan Murphy's shorts. So as they continue to have a discussion with this one, the referee had a talk with Mike Sosha. Now I'm going to talk with Dave Farrell. Now the ref is talking around the side of Ethan Murphy, who is the player involved in that. They're going to say good goal. 4-2. Tillinghast. So Cam Force gets the goal. An assist to Ethan Murphy's shorts. And it's 4-2. For Owen Carter. Tillinghast sends that one back across for Andrew Smith as he exits the zone. Hendricken completes a line change and offside called as Patrick Murphy and Stevie Rodriguez not entirely in sync. Fiat will shepherd that one around for Farrell. This is going to go all the way down. Icing will get called. We'll have a doubleheader here from Thayer on Friday. Hendricken, Barrington, Warwick, and Prout. All that action starts 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. East Greenwich, North Kingstown at 9. Moses Brown and Smithfield at 9. That's the Friday schedule for you here for high school hockey on Fans Only Sports Network. Five and change left to play here in the third. As this one will come off of the stick of Andrew Smith. Smith picks it up on the backside boards, loops that one around, trying to be kept in by Fournette. As far as LaRose, he tried to bring that back out, and then as they spin around, it ends up as an offside, and we'll get a stoppage of play. Carter. Cross for Smith. Crane will deflect that one off the boards. Looking for Regine. It's tapped back instead by Poison. Now carried forward by Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh gets pinned off to the sideboards. Picked up by Rodriguez as he comes across in the center. Panacchini. And then the opposite 24 of Farrell. Ethan Murphy will chase this one to the backside boards. Regine for Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh immediately bodied out of the play, picked back up instead by Griffin Crane. Kavanaugh. Panacchini. And that one deflects up into the nets, and they stop it to play. For Fournette, as he sent that one back for Jack Farrell, and that gets fired and kicked aside by Murray. Inside of 4 left to go now. A 2-goal differential as another attempt came from Jack Farrell, kicked aside by Murray. Neutral zone for Rodriguez. Got that one to go underneath Grislis. Deflected up off of the sideboards. Trying to get control of it with force. Will come down along the backside boards once again. Grislis will move this one for the Hawks. Regine continues it down. Line change for Hendricken. Farrell picks this one up. Cross to the opposite side for Force. Force fires one off the glass. Came back around for Jack Farrell. And that one went wide. Penachini to the red line for Kavanaugh, and it's sent all the way down. 2.5 left to go, trailing by 2. Fournette. Sean Farrell. Ricochets off the backside boards. Andrew Smith it up into the netting, a stoppage of play. Timeout called by Burrillville. We'll take the timeout as well. You're watching Rhode Island High School Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network.
Game On mouthguards. Game On mouthguards have superior shock absorbency, are impervious to viruses and bacteria, and also is the only mouthpiece ever to earn the American Dental Association's seal of acceptance.
Back here at the arena in Warwick, 4-2. Bishop Hendricken Hawks over the Burrillville Broncos. 2:18 left to go here in the third. 2 from William Kavanaugh. 1 from Owen Carter, and then 1 from Aiden Ferreira. The 4 for the Hawks. Stevie Rodriguez picked one up for Burrillville. Cam Force got the second one to bring it to the 2-goal differential. It stands. A face-off will come down to the left-hand side of Colin Murray. And they're just going to go ahead and pull Fiat now. 6-on-5, empty net to the right. Smith. LaRose for Smith again. Tumbling players behind the net. And it comes away, and it's a trip on Griffin Crane. They're actually going to call hooking. To the box will go Burrillville, and that will end that whole situation. Jack Farrell to the box. Fiat back to the net. And a 2-minute penalty for hooking with 2:02 to play. And the Hawks can basically just walk this one to the finish line. Cam Force would like to have other matters on his mind. Murray snags that one on the attempt from Rodriguez. Getting whacked down, no penalty called there. Was the 22 of Marshall. The penalty clock and the game clock essentially in sync. And we'll go to the finish line with this one. Ferreira. Smith. for Pereira in the corner. Hard shot, save made as it came off of the stick of Marshall. And this will scoot all the way back for Andrew Smith. Caleri sent that one over for Carter. Coming to pick it up will be a 12 of Andrew Sosha. Caleri. Penacchini, as he holds, sends that one across. And Murphy will get called for an offside. And we'll get a face-off with 11 seconds left. Puck dropped for Regine, back for Sosha. And it'll get picked up and carried behind by LaRose. Horn's going to sound, and the Hawks will get another victory. 4-2 final from Thayer Arena. Hawks continue their quest to defend the state championship. What'll they do this weekend? We'll be back here Friday. A doubleheader from Thayer Arena. All the action starts 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Hendricken and Barrington, followed by Warwick and Prout. For more information on high school hockey, check out Fans Only Sports. That's Fans Only Sports, sportz.com/HS hockey. That'll do it for us here from Thayer. From Agilus and all of us at Fans Only Sports. Thanks so much for tuning in. Good night.